क्या फर्क पड़ता है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, पता नहीं, जो थारी राय सो मारी राय, nothing to do, nowhere to go, देखो सुनो मत बोलो, wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100% कर्नाटक, किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो, ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना, who asked you, live at zero complaint level, मौज में रहो, be happy.
Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Learn to practice. Information to interaction, interaction to experience. These are the stages. If we learn something and if it is not practiced, it becomes a burden. And the burden becomes frustration. Anything you take, it must be practiced. So, what is that we have to practice? Isha jivayoho veshadhi vida satsvabhavato vastu kevalam. The same reality, Brahman, Paramatma or Bhagavan. Same reality. With the upadhi, see, veshadi, vesha means upadhi means conditioning, reference. So, Ishvara and the Jiva, because of this upadhi or the conditioning, they are different. But if we remove the conditioning, the truth is one. Now to understand this. One man, he is called the son. When he is called son? When the reference is that of his father, he is called as son. Now the same man is called as father when the reference is that of his son. So, how can the same person be both the father and the son? So if we have to understand this, what we have to do? Kill the father, kill the son. Or don't take both of them seriously. Now tell me what more spiritual practice you have to do. But all the time, we are carrying this burden of conditioned expressions as the spiritual practice. One very nice person wrote me a WhatsApp. What he has understood as Tattvamasi. Wrote perfectly well. So, if the understanding is experienced, then it leads to silence. So, what is the conditioning that we have to work on? Conditioning is first body. Without body, I cannot talk, you cannot hear. But is the body hearing? Is the body talking? So there is somebody who is talking through the body or who is listening through the body. How simple it is. Now, next step. This body who is seeing and hearing through the body. When he comments, somebody is born. When he doesn't comment, he is Paramatma. See, there is a room where the sunlight doesn't come directly. But I want to see what is that. So what we will do, we will take a mirror, reflect the sun, and from the reflected sun, we will throw the beam of reflected sunlight in that dark area and we can see. Now if we remove the mirror, we will not be able to see in that dark room. Because we cannot see in the dark room, in the absence of the mirror, therefore there is no sun. See? Because we are expressing through the eyes and ears, we are able to see this relative world. If eyes are closed, the mirror is removed, we cannot see. Does it mean we don't exist? Therefore, Veshadi Vida, we have to reject this body identification. And this body identification is rejected by playing with this understanding. If you do japa or meditation or concentration, you will like to something to happen. When I close my eyes, I see the light, or I see kind of circulation, or something is happening. We don't want to get out of this body dumb. See? So you start playing, don't become serious. Start playing. What it is like being other than the body. Embodied is other than the body. Through the eyes, I am a seer. When eyes close, I am not the seer. Through the eyes, I am a seer. Although seeing is happening, but I am not commenting, seer is not born. Therefore, I have to be someone other than the body. This has to be fully established conviction. After this is done, now we work on it. So what it is like being other than the body? Body has got, only take one attribute, very simple. Body has got shape. So being shapeless, formless, now sit comfortable in whichever way and start playing. What it is like being formless. Formless is one. Therefore, there will not be many thoughts. And the thought without the form is absence of objectivity. In the absence of objectivity, objectless awareness. J. Krishnamurti. We are not doing anything. We are not struggling. So when we see and comment, and when we see and don't comment, what is the difference between these two? When we see and comment, our identification with the body is complete and therefore we comment. We see and don't comment, meaning we are functioning through the body without becoming anybody. Now, for working on these lines, we don't have to change anything around us. Wherever, whenever, whatever you are, this continues. And this practice is without any noise. And it can be any time, anywhere, any situation. Whether you are in a flight, whether you are on the airport. See? So what we are doing, Isha Jivayoho Vesha Dirvida. Now, between these two conditionings, Paramatma with the Maya is Ishvara, Paramatma with the Panchakoshas is Jiva. Now, we have no right, we have no strength, we have no ability to remove the Maya of Paramatma. But our effort could be limited to remove the conditioning of the Panchakoshas. When I am giving talk and somebody is sleeping, I have no control over his sleep. But while talking, I should not sleep. See? World you cannot change. We have to play the game of life without an anxiety of victory and defeat. Therefore, we will be both cause and effect. As the son to the father, we are effect. As the father to the son, we are cause. Who are we? We are beyond both. Then who is miserable? The son is miserable because of the Hitler father, and the father is miserable because of the Rakshasa son. Man is cheerful, happy. Now imagine this man carrying both the conditioning. Father comes in front of Baap Re aa gaya. Therefore they say Baap Re. Baap is the father. Son comes, now is going to ask somebody. So, Isha Jivayoho Veshadhi Bhira. Don't condemn yourself. Papoham, papakarmaham. I don't know what, Pap I have done in the last life. This life, horrible things are happening. Get out of cause and effect. Karya Karana Mithya. See? The cause is established through the effects. When we go to the doctor, we don't tell him the name of the disease unless we are Indians. So we tell the symptoms. These are the symptoms. They are effects. So from the symptoms, he arrives at the cause. So the cause is the cause of the effects, or effect is the cause of the cause. Mutual dependence is an illusion. See, friends, one digital child was scolded by the Google father. These days, names of the parents have changed. Matru Pitru Devo Vale. Google is the father and Ammajan is the mother. Ammajan means Amazon. Now, this couple, Google and Ammajan, they downloaded a child. They cannot give birth to the child. Downloaded. And gave the user ID and the password. And then one day the father was scolding to the son. I gave you birth and you behave like this. You are spoiling my name. Now the downloaded digital character started talking. Dad, enough is enough. Why? Who told you gave me birth? Now he started shaking what is coming out of this character. He said, who called you father before I was born? So, the father is because of the son, or the son is because of the father. And who are fighting? Husband and wife, father and son. Therefore, cause and effect is an illusion. Ishvara is the cause, we are the effect. But Sat Swabhavataha Vastu Kevalam. Essentially, there is one reality. And therefore, between these two, cause and effect, Ishvara and Jiva, we have no control over Ishvara. See? We have to control at the effect level. So effect is Jiva. Now who is the Jiva? When he goes on reacting with every small little thing, when he continues to live in relation to something, when he is under the influence of the upadhis, he is Jiva. And the Jiva becomes miserable. Paramatma doesn't become miserable. See? So, the son is a man with reference to his father. The father is the father with reference to his son. So these both son and the father, they are only one man. Sat Svabhavata. Essentially, we are neither the Jiva nor the Ishvara. It is here Santa Ganesha Maharaj tells something important. When we are working on Prakriti, controlling Prakriti through various yogic exercises, we discover many siddhis. One is able to read somebody's mind, see the future, project, the events, everything is known. But then it becomes obstacle. You are lost only in that. See? Therefore, wise people never demonstrate or propagate or try to establish some kind of siddhis that they have. We'll continue to be in this thing. Now take these yogis or the tapasvis, they are always in an anger mode. Something goes wrong, become angry. Now why becomes angry? Because I and you are separate. So when our teeth are biting our tongue, is there any anger? No anger. See? Sometimes if our own finger goes by mistake to the ear, is there any anger? No. But if we put our finger into somebody else's, therefore, this curse, blessings require to establish duality as real. See, don't run after blessings and no. Relax. जो तारी रहा है सो मारी रहा है. So ईश जीवयोः वेश निर्विदा सत्स्वभावतः वस्तु केवलम्. Therefore asangoham पुनः पुनः. Our spiritual life, according to Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi, should be such that nobody should even suspect. Bhagavan Shankaracharya, Yogarato va, Bhogarato va, Sangarato va, Sangavihina. Don't have to prove anything to anybody. We don't eat onions at home. Why? No, we eat outside. Now what we want to prove? Holier than thou? This is one of the biggest obstacles for every spiritual seeker. They try to establish we are superior than others. See? No. Sat svabhavataha vastu kevalam. Essentially, there is but one reality. Kevalam, yesterday I told you, sajatiya, vijatiya, bheda rahita vastu kevalam. So, what are the three things? Jiva, Jagat, Ishwar, three of them. Jagat is object of experience. The Jiva is the experiencer of the object. And Ishvara is the controller of the two. See? Now, we have no control over Ishvara. We have no control over the body or the Jagat. We have to control ourselves. Now, how to control that? See? These three factors create 5 problems. Ishvara Jagat Bheda. Then Ishvara Jiva Bheda. Then Jiva Jagat Bheda. Then Jagat Jagat Bheda. Then Jiva Jiva Bheda. 5 of them. Many Jagat, many Jivas, Jiva Ishvara, Jagat Ishvara. Because of what? That one reality is recognized as Jiva Jagat Ishvara. Therefore. Now what is the conditioning because of which the Paramatma, the Brahman become Jagat? Nama Rupa. See? Asti Bhati Priya Nama Rupa iti Panchamshakam Adyatrayam Brahma Rupam Jagat Rupam Tatvadvayam. The world is nothing but Nama Rupa. See? And Nama Rupa of what? Then Paramatma. So the same Paramatma is given Nama and Rupa. See? Now see how beautiful. When you get this thing, it is such a joy which can't be explained in words. Today when I was sitting, space supports both Nama and the Rupa. Forms are supported by the space. And Shabda is the Tanmatra of the space. See? Now, the Rupa, the forms are outside. The name, sounds, they are inside. See? This is the mic, is not known by the mic. I know it is a mic. So where is the mic? Form wise outside, name wise inside. Therefore, where is the world? World is both, inside, outside. Outside world will trouble us when we give too much importance to the inside world. Outside world, son, a boy. Inside world, my son. Trouble starts. See? Therefore, if we are practicing that I am someone other than the body, then we come to the space. You know what is space? Supports both name and the form. Doesn't react, doesn't avoid, doesn't get influence. Net result, we are at peace under all conditions. देखो महाराज, work on it, work on it, work on it. Satsvabhavatah vastu kevalam. Therefore, the same Paramatma is appearing as Jiva Jagat Ishvara. So, if we are with the word Jagat, then what is the Jagat? From our point of view, name and form. From the absolute reality point of view, the same Jagat is what? The Jagat is nothing but pure existence, on which name and form are superimposed. So, Veshahanataha Swatma Darshanam, Isha Darshanam Swatma Rupata. The first, Veshahanataha Swatma Darshanam. So, what is the Vesha? What is the conditioning? Conditioning is, first conditioning, possessions, Sukha Kachra. Second conditioning, relations, Gila Kachra. Third conditioning is body identification. Fourth conditioning is I am a soul. Veshahanataha. When possessions and relations are not an issue in our life, then by God's grace, a very long leap is taken. Everybody has got these issues, possessions and relations. But the seeker is the one who is not influenced by them, whether they are or they are not. See, Veshahanata. How simple it is. But then possessions make us miserable. I want this, I want that, I don't have this, I don't have that. Relations make us miserable. He doesn't understand, but he doesn't listen to me. See? If he understands, why will he marry you? He married you, that very clearly tells he doesn't understand. But we keep on getting disturbed on our issues. Veshahanata. So first, our possessions and relations should not bother us. And for that practice is what? Practice is, wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100%. Karnataka. Practice as per requirement. If you are driving car in Australia, drive it on the left side. In the USA, go to the right side. By that you don't gain or lose anything. Your purpose is done. Similarly, with the father or elders, behave like a child. You don't lose anything. When a person acts as a king, he doesn't become rich. When he acts as a beggar, he doesn't become poor. He is only acting. Therefore, all spiritual practice is Rama Leela or Krishna Leela. In Leela, everything appears to be happening, but nothing has happened. But then we get unnecessarily into unwanted inquiry. One person in Holland, after my talk was over, probably he was a Arya Samaji. Arya Samaji do not accept Bhagwan Krishna as Bhagwan. So he said, you are all the time referring Bhagwan Krishna. We don't accept. I said, don't accept, no problem. But why you call Bhagwan? I said, I can call you also Bhagwan. What is your name? Because in our India, one actor's name was Bhagwan. See? No, but we call him Mahapurusha. Say, yes, you are welcome. We are not obsessed what you should call. No, but I want to know why you call. I said, okay. Are you married? He said, yes. How many wives? One. Is she happy because of you? Swamiji, you are not answering my question. I am putting a question to you. Now Bhagavan Krishna had 16,108 wives and all of them were happy. The one who can make so many wives happy, he cannot be a Mahapurusha, he has to be Bhagavan. This is impossible undertaking. See? Vesha anataha swatma darshanam. You don't have to inquire, know anything about anybody. When the world is created, all these questions are meaningless. Don't get lost in that. That is the reason I don't enter in question answers. One child asked this question. Swamiji, because I am taking breakfast in their house, so I have to listen to everything. These are my professional hazards. A sweet little girl, maybe 5-7 years. Swamiji, when the world is created, and where from the world begins and where the world ends. I said, hey, you're so sweet. Now tell me, who asked you to ask me this question? She said, Mummy. Say, dumb questions children don't ask. Then I said, Mummy, why didn't you ask? Swamiji, I am afraid of you. I said, I am not a non-vegetarian, I am looking at you. But this question always comes in my mind, therefore I want to ask. I said, now, my rule is very simple. एक सवाल तुम करो, एक सवाल मैं करूँ. हर सवाल का सवाल ही जवाब हो. Then I asked, when did you wake up this morning? Swamiji, I said, you are simply answering my question. Don't ask, further argue. When did you wake up in this morning? 7 o'clock. The world is created at 7 o'clock. So where from the world begins? World begins from your body onwards. When the world ends, when your body identification is over. मय्यैव सकलं जातं मयि सर्वं प्रतिष्ठितं मयि सर्वं लयं याति तद् ब्रह्माद्वयमस्म्यहम्. When we are sleeping, it's all happiness, bliss. Then we dream, in dream good and bad things. And the dream is over, then that dream is gone. That is deluge, pralaya. So every day we have a mini pralaya. It is at individual level, at totality level. Like Karan Sharira, then Sukshma Sharira and Sthula Sharira. The causal body, the subtle body, and the casual body, and the Sthula body. Gross body. I am explaining in the Gujarati language. Gujarati language, casual body. Then subtle body, and the third is the gross body. Three. So when deep sleep, Brahmanande Paramasukadam, then dream, world is created, everything is seen in the dream, beautiful. Who creates this dream? Our mind. Okay. What it creates? The 5 great elements, the friends, enemies, good and bad, everything created. Then the dream is over. It is a mini pralaya. See? Then waking experience begins. The whole world is created. And when we sleep, again another pralaya. See? Therefore, friends, as at our individual level, when sleep is over, one pralaya at a mini level. And in the totality, the Mahapralaya. Be very attentive. For us, 24 hours, 7 days, and then 30 days, 365 days, this is what we think of time. This is not time. This is measurement of time at the individual level. At the totality level, years, then yuga and the kalpa and Bahattar Chatus Yugi, and then Brahmaji comes, and there are many Brahmandas. In every Brahmanda, there is one Brahmaji. See, friends, we are talking not about the truth. We are talking about the measurements. Measurements are not the reality. But that becomes so serious for us. See? And this is what? Only projection by the mind. See? We can appreciate 1 hour, 1 day, 1 year, 50 years, 100 years, 1,000 years, 10,000 years, 1 million years. How many zeros after 1? See, friends, measurement is different from what is measured. Therefore, Bhagavan Krishna tells what is time. Kalosmi loka kshayakrit pravruddha. I am time. What we think is only the measurement of time, but we don't understand this. When the world is created, you are the one who created the world. See? If we recognize this, what will happen? Like the sugar cane doesn't suffer from diabetes, the cobra does not suffer because of the venom. In the same manner, Mayeva sakalam jatam, Mayi sarvam pradishtitam, Mayi sarvam layam yati, Tad brahma dvayam asmyam. See? The vision says, Mayeva sakalam jatam, all the colors and forms born in me, they are maintained in me, they go back in me, and therefore I am not influenced by any color and form. All the dreams, good and bad, are projected by me, maintained by me. When they die, I do not die, I continue to exist. Or waking dream, there are two things. One is God's creation, second is our creation. God's creation, 5 elements and everything. Our creation, husband, wife, brother, father, mother, sister, rich, poor. See, recognize this. The Veshahanataha. Give up the conditioned experience through wisdom. Don't have to give up the conditioned experience by divorce. It is not going to help. Earlier you are miserable because of the husband or the wife. Now you will be miserable because they are not nearby. Nobody to fight with. Husband, wife, they are necessary to fight properly. तुम रूठी रहो मैं मनाता रहूं. Life becomes fun. But we become Gambhirananda for no reason. Why? Spirituality. Hell with the spirituality. Relax. See? So, Veshahanataha Swatma Darshanam. Now, what is the meaning of Swatma Darshanam? Swatma Darshanam is that experience where the experiencer is not born. When experiencer is not born, who will talk? When experiencer is not born, who will hear and who will see? Then it is all happening. See, friends, infinite is reduced to the finite because of the conditioning. See, waters are infinite. We create line. This is Indian Ocean, this is Chinese Ocean. See, is it in Indian Ocean, the fish are Indian, then they are Chinese fish. See, Earth is one. We draw the lines, and this is this country, that is that country. Fire is one. We give different names. See? It is the Pretagni, then Jataragni, then your Yagyagni. Fire is one. See? Similarly, space is one, air is one, but we give different names. External air and internal prana. Slowly recognize this one and be very attentive. If you recognize this one, your mind will be dissolving in the pure consciousness. Now what is one between the two? Either silence or darkness. Try anyone. Silence, we have done experiments. Now sit in your room comfortably, switch off all the lights to such an extent that we can't see our own palm. So much dark. Keep the eyes open. Because eyes are open, seeing is happening. But because there is nothing to see, seer is not born. What is that experience? Seeing without the birth of a seer. Similarly, hearing without the birth of the hearer. How? Dekho suno mat bolo. We can close our eyes. We can't close our ears. And for that, the second technique we told you. First, don't produce words, don't talk to yourself. Second thing, listen to silence, don't get disturbed by any sounds. Bring these two things together. Then, Veshahanataha Swatma Darshanam, then Isha Darshanam Swatma Rupataha. You are divine. See? Now, how this Ishvara is to be experienced? See, first Jiva, then Ishvara, then Brahman. So, Veshahanata, we discarded the objective word. Then we discarded the body identification. Then we discarded the Jiva Bhav. Okay. Now, Isha Darshana. How do we know what we are in reality? Be attentive. Dva Suparna Sayuja Sakhaya Samanam Vrikshe Parishashva Jatam Tayo Anyaha Pipalam Swadumati Anashnan Anyaha Abhichakashiti. In every experience, there are two options. Experience can create an experiencer, or experience does not create an experiencer. When experiencer is created, commentary and samsara begins. When experiencer is not created, you are one with the divine. Experience without experiencer. When experiencer is created, what will be the effect? Liking, disliking. Important, not important. Wanted, unwanted. But when experience is happening, but experiencer is not born, anashnal anyaha avichakashiti. See? So there are two things functioning. One is the reflected light, jiva. Second is absolute light. Friends, we all experience only reflected light. Absolute light can never be experienced. we are seeing each other. No, we are seeing the light reflected on our face. So there has to be light in between also, is it not? We can't see that light. See? We call sunlight, it's wrong word. It's a daylight. Sunlight is dark light. You can't see sunlight. Similarly, what we experience is the reflected consciousness. Absolute can be only experienced without the birth of an experiencer. This is Isha Darshanam Swatma Rupata. Atma Samsthiti Swatma Darshanam. Atma Nirdvayat Atmanishtata. Atma Samsthiti. Now when we are thus perfectly established in only being, then that is called as Swatma Darshan, knowing. So that experience where knowing and being merge, that is the ultimate truth. In case of the objective world, there are options. Do you know what is this? I don't know. Do you know what is that? That I know. So in objective, there is an option. I know, I don't know. But is this option available when it comes to our own being? Neither can we say I know, nor can we say I do not know. Because knowing and being are not two. So Atma Samsthiti, Swatma Darshanam. So when we are abiding in our own being without any valid means of knowledge. Only being without becoming. Only knowledge without the knower. That is Swatma Darshana. Then Atma Nirdvaya, Atma Nishtata. Then it is not that I am to Baba realize, Tumhara kya haal hai? No. See, Atma Upamena Sarvatra Samam Pashyati Arjuna. See, our love for others is different. And the wise people, the Mahatmas, they love, that is different. In our love, we fall. Because for us, love is an action. But Mahatma, they don't love anybody. They have love for everyone and everything. We have to prove. Give a flower. Hey, I love you, hold it. Give back enough. Tomorrow come back. No. Therefore, you see, many Mahatmas, we sometimes go to them, they are so indifferent. And we feel, I don't know, Maharajji, I went to do namaskar to him. He looked at me and just, he didn't say even hello, how it is. I don't know. Is something wrong? Then, Swamiji, I want to ask you, are you angry with me? I am not angry even with a machar. It is our own projection. See, friends, because we see the world as we want to see. Therefore, Atma Nirdvayat. Therefore, from the absolute standpoint, duality is an illusion. See? From the house point of view, we are inside the house, car is outside. From the spacious point of view, both the house and car are in me. For the space, there is nothing like inside outside because of the reference. Therefore, this example I gave you a number of times. When we are in deep sleep, We are inside the body or outside the body. We are inside the house or outside the house. We are on the bed or below the bed. We are in 2025 or 1900. Nothing. Where from the whole world comes? बीजस्यांतरिवांकुरो जगदिदं प्रांग निर्विकल्पं पुनः माया कल्पित देश काल कलना वैचित्र चित्रीकृतं मायावीव विजृंभयति महायोगी वयस्वेच्छया तस्मै श्री गुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्री दक्षिणामूर्तये. The world begins from these three parameters. Desha, Kala, Kalana. And all the samsara is only in these three factors. The world is a matrix of three. You have to have your house facing to the east, not to the west. What will happen? You will go to west. Okay, but that is WASTO. See, friends, all the time lost in non-essentials. So, Atmanirvayat. In being, there are no differences of Desha Kala Vastu. And for that, we have to rise above what is expressing through the limitations of the Desha Kala Vastu, time, space and object. What is that? Life. Body-wise we are different. Experiences-wise we are different. Eating habits-wise we are different. But life-wise we are common. So rise above the worldly objects, come to the sense organs. Rise above the sense organs, come to the mind. Rise above the mind, go beyond the likes and dislikes. Rise above the I, know that it is temporary only in the waking. In the dream, deep sleep, this fellow is not there. Rise above that I. Then you come to the principle of life. See? Atmanirvaya, Atmanishtata. This is the Atmanishta that is abiding in the truth. Kayavang, no. 26. 27 कहाँ गया? Where is 27? That page is missing or what? Okay. Then Jnanavarjita Ajnanahinachi Jnanamastikim Jnatuhu Antaram. The next topic. Jnanavarjita Ajnanahinachi. What is Chit? Consciousness. It is not Chitta, it is Chit only. Wrong is spelled. Jnanavarjita, where there is no knowledge and where there is no ignorance. That is consciousness. Objectively, presence, absence is possible. Objectively, knowledge, ignorance is possible. Subjectively, I know myself and I do not know myself. Both are invalid. I am not, both are invalid. Because their knowledge and existence are one. And that is the reason we do not require any known means of knowledge to know ourselves. This is one of the most simplest spiritual practice. In being, you don't require any means of knowledge. What are the means of knowledge? The means of knowledge are sense organs, then organs of the mind and the intellect. Sense organs comprehend the five objects, Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Sagandha. Our being without any of these attributes, so sense organs are useless. Then the mind. Mind comprehends joy and sorrows. We are beyond joy and sorrows. Intellect comprehends concepts. I am intelligent, I am not intelligent, I am beautiful, I am awful. These are concepts. The truth is neither an object of knowledge, nor an experience of the object, nor a concept, good or bad. Therefore, here the teacher says, Jnana varjita ajnana nichit. Jnanamasti kim jnatuhu antaram. Now, can this knowledge be other than the knower? See? Be attentive. Jnatuhu antaram. So, the knower and the knowledge, when they merge, the duality disappears. This object is known. Now, how we experience, take this point is very important. We have at present this experience and this understanding. I am seeing you, you are seeing me. But if you look within, we are not seeing each other. Only imaginary. Once my friend was driving me, ophthalmologist, and we had those days talks on Tripuraras. So, he said, Swamiji, today you told in the lecture, everything is imagination, images. I am driving you in the car, I am seeing the traffic coming. It is imagination, I will first stop you. Stop. Then I said, now you are ophthalmologist. They explain me how the things are seen. So the object is reflected as an image through the lens on your mind or retina. And then what we experience is only the image, not the object, image. And the quality of the image will depend upon the quality of the reflecting media. If reflecting media mind is polluted, contaminated by cow dung, reflection will be to that extent of that quality. If the reflecting media, the mind is disturbed, the reflection will be of that quality. If the mind, the reflecting media is absolutely calm and peace, the reflection will be perfect. So what we experience is only reflections. Now how? Be very attentive. You are all scientists, computer scientists. All of us are pixels. Computer is based on pixels, isn't it? So we are pig cells. When the data is compressed in pixels, does it increase the weight? No. When the data is deleted, is there any loss? Exactly. When instead of 50 of you, if you become 5,000, will it be a burden on my vision? If you all of you disappear, is it a loss to me? Because what I am experiencing is only the pixels. And the quality of the pixels will depend on the quality of the mind. And what is the quality of the mind? Maya ruto rato rate maya, I versus you. Mine versus not mine. The quality of the mind is completely destroyed. And in that disturbed mind, whatever we see is not what is, but what we are decided to see. See, friends, in this world we don't see what is, what we are decided to see. Therefore, jnanamasti kim jnatu antaram. So everything is nothing but our own being. Why the eyes do not have any biasness against or for any color and form? Because the eyes alone grossified are the colors and forms. And therefore, grossification creates manyness on account of some attributes. The cause, the region, has no color, no form. Therefore, at home with everything. Is it not our experience? We support waking, dream, deep sleep, samadhi. We support waker, dreamer, deep sleeper, samadhi. Everything. What makes it different to nothing? This can be practiced only by our simple method. Dekho suno man bolo. Before we talk to anybody on any topic, ask a question here. Is it necessary to know? Don't talk to yourself. Take life lightly. Living at zero complaint level. People will say, he has become abnormal these days since he is listening to that Babaji. He was not like that, but now he is abnormal. क्या फर्क पड़ता है? Fire, one after another mantra. You will start remaining cheerful and happy. You don't have to prove anything to anybody in this world. Then, Kim Swarupamiti Atmadarshane Avyaya Bhava Apurnachis Sukham. Now another thing that they inquire, see, what is my essential nature? Kim Swarupamiti. You will come to know you are essentially divine. We have got two aspects in our being. One is the essential nature and second is acquired nature. Acquired nature we have acquired. See? We are given name and then after some time we become so much identified with that name that becomes the reality and the essential nature is covered. See? Like when a girl gets married, this I am telling in the olden time. This time no example is suitable. See? When the girls used to get married, they used to adopt the husband's surname. But now they don't. See? In Pune, Kalpana Kade gets married to Subhash Gore. What she will write? Kalpana Kade Gore. Why this is? Future. That means at the time of marriage, they have already decided the possibility of divorce. See? So, after their name we take, it becomes so real. And if somebody says something, immediately we feel that we are being targeted. No. This acquired nature becomes our real nature. Therefore we suffer. See? Therefore, Kim Swarupamiti Atmadarshane, when you want to know your essential nature, you come to discover Atmadarshanam. You are divine. And the best part is, we are divine, we don't have to prove anything to anybody. मालूम है क्या यार आजकल भी कभी अलग हो ही गए. We don't have to prove anything to anybody. Remember, spiritual practice is not to be given as a proof to somebody. It is a secret. So, iti Atmadarshane. And what is the Atmadarshan? Avyaya Abhava Apurnachit Sukham. So, what is our essential nature? Avyaya. never reducing. Vyaya is to expenditure. No expenditure, ever the same. Avyaya, abhava, uncreated. I am happy because of the good breakfast. No, I am happy in spite of the breakfast. See, that is my spiritual practice. We go to so many houses and we have to eat so many foods, and also till food is good. Or removing those sins of telling lies, I do the japa. Krishna, I have been telling them that food is good, although it was horrible. But then I have to tell because I have to survive. I am a Babaji. I cannot condemn anything. Then instead of silently suffering, I say, okay, then go and wash to the washroom. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Ready for the next breakfast. And there are some ammas, they do, Swamiji, this is for the first time I prepared for you. And you are the guinea pigs. And above that, I have to tell it is good. See, how much sin we go through. So, avyaya, abhava. Then it is not created, it is natural state. Then apurna. Apurna means to which nothing can be added. See? Amarana, up to death. Apurna, ultimate. Nothing can be added. And it is not dumb. It is chit sukham. It is conscious, blissful, uncreated, infinite experience, where experiencer is not born. When I am a husband, my experience is limited to one conditioning. When I am a son, my experience as a father limited to one conditioning. But when I am, it includes everything, excludes nothing, but doesn't get influenced by anything. So when I am a waker, husband, father, mother, then I is a small I. And when I am a waker as a whole, little bigger I. Then we write autobiography of a Dumbo. Then dream, good dream, bad dream. Now go beyond all that. See? Mattaha smriti jnanam apohanancha vedaisha sarvai ahameva vidyaha. Then I come to this. I alone support waking, dream, sleep, samadhi, but I am not contaminated by any one of them. This is the experience. So, avyaya bhava apurna chitsukam. It is conscious, blissful being. Now, bandha muktyatītam param sukham vindatiha jivastu daivikaha. See, there is neither bondage nor liberation. Don't get lost in this. Somebody, when I will be liberated, suppose liberated, what will you do? Chalo, chai pite. Chai pite without liberation, how does it make? See? न निरोधो न च उत्पत्ति न बद्धो न च साधकः न मुक्तः न मुमुक्षुर्वै इत्येषा परमात्मा. Nobody is bound, nobody is liberated, nothing is created, nothing is destroyed, nothing is good, nothing is bad. This is the ultimate truth. Ittesha Paramatma. In Amrita Bindu Upanishad, bondage and liberation is described. The मन एव मनुष्याणां कारणं बंध मोक्षयोः बंधाय विषयासक्तं मुक्तं निर्विषयं स्मृतं. Mind is creating an illusion of cause and of bondage and liberation. When the mind is obsessed with things and beings, then it is a cause of bondage. When the mind is not obsessed with anything, it is liberation. Nirvishayan Smrtam. How do you take it? It's okay. सब ठीक है, बहुत बढ़िया, very good. Don't go on getting involved beyond limits in anything in this world. Otherwise we get caught up. So bandha mukti atitam param sukham. Then happiness which is beyond the relative joy and sorrows is the ultimate vindatiha jivastu daivikaha. Such great seekers alone experience this divine experience in this very life. So where we are leading our day-to-day life, there we have to talk the normal language. Don't talk abnormal language. I don't know if I told you. I think I told you. Somewhere one lady took me to her house in Assam. They had a shop, hardware shop. And then she took me to the counter. Swamiji, this body is the husband of this body. What can you talk? I felt I should commit suicide. And I committed. Then I told that body, this body is the guru of that body. All bodybuilders. Don't get lost in that stupid way of talking. See? Therefore, aham apetakam nija vivanakam mahadidam tapo ramanavagyam. This last shloka mantra I like the most in all of them. See? Aham apetakam nija vivanakam mahadidam tapaha. Be attentive. Highest tapasya, highest austerities, highest spirituality is what? Aham apetakam. Where the ego, the I disappears. Mahadidam tapa. So how do you know, or how do we know that our ego has gone? No ego. Dukkheshu anudvignamanaha, sukheshu vigataspruhaha, vitaraga bhayakrodaha, itadihi muni uchate. When our knowledge doesn't get contaminated and influenced by anything in this world, although we are going through all the experience, good and bad, this is the highest tapasya. Mahadidam tapo ramanavagyam. Therefore, do not justify you are miserable. Don't have self-pity. Many seekers have this self-pity because training, papo hum papo karna. Patani, why did I do this? Therefore, be attentive. Insist on this. You will not talk about your past. Ask anybody about their past. Whatever good or bad has happened in the past, it cannot be undone. The only option is select, shift, delete. No other thing. Because whosoever, whatever has happened in the past is nowhere. The childhood body, teenage body, middle-aged body, all that have gone. So along with those bodies also have gone. And therefore, when we talk about our past, be attentive. When we talk about our past, unknowingly we are strengthening our body identification. You are not a child. You are divine. You are not a teenager. You are divine. See? But all the time, when we were children, during our time, when these kind of things begin, I have to go through this torture many times. So what I do, excuse me, I have to go to toilet. Why? Yad gatva nani vartante tadhama paramam mamam. What is there to know about anybody or anything? Shatro, mitre, putre, bandhu, mahako, yatnam, vikasam. Don't create samsara. And it can be done easily only through wisdom. Now see, क्या हो गया? See, do we have an option that we can live yesterday or tomorrow? We have no option. We have to live today. So why not live happily? जाने कहाँ गए वो दिन बाढ़ में. Those who refuse to live in the present, they are their enemy. It's so important because that body who did good or bad died. And another important thing, there is nobody born on earth. Through him, intentionally or without intention, something good or bad has never happened. It's not possible. Don't condemn yourself. We condemn because we are carrying the burden of the past. Remain in the utter present. When you remain in the utter present, there is nothing to talk. Then what to be done? Today is going to be sunlight from 9 to 9:15. After that, clouds will come. Now this thing doesn't create sin or merit. See? But we get lost in all the things, so details. Therefore, what is the highest tapasya? Aham apetakam. This aham has to be given up. And how this aham is born? When we carry the burden of the past, aham is born. Old people have got stronger aham than the kids. Because old people are carrying the huge burden of the past. See? And children, not long past. Therefore, easily happy. Give it a try and be happy. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Guru